Hi, my name is Thao.
My name is Barbara.
I'm Sam.
I'm tajveer.
I'm Massimo.
During Thanksgiving, I got to go to Miami.
I went to Miami with a group of friends.
I went to Miami.
I went to Miami.
So how was your trip there?
It was nice. It was fun.
The trip was great.
Pretty incredible. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
I guess this is our little adventure.
The trip was awesome. It was extremely relaxing to be able to get away from the cold from Hamilton and to go somewhere tropical.
It was so much. I think it was a week that I really needed, and it was just so beautiful. We got to visit so many places, and I think just enjoy the sun so much and take a break from the cold of Hamilton.
I mean, I liked everything really, but I also really appreciated when it was just quiet and we were sitting at the beach. Because we did a lot of fun things, but that was something that you can't have in most places, you know.
The best part of the trip was probably just all being together and hanging out and just having so much fun.
I think just getting the opportunity to spend time with all of you guys, with friends, good bonding time, and I think lots of time with myself as well. I think that was very meaningful.
Crazy story was we was sat late at night. Some dude came up to us randomly, started singing about how he was missing someone he loved, and then he started singing us in Spanish.
Overall, it was so much fun. I just really loved all the days in which we just spent time at the beach together. It was really nice being able to get a tan and just relax and not have to think about anything.
What surprised me the most, I think what came to my mind was the vibes of Miami in itself. I think people there just seem so kind and so cheerful, even on the streets. I think they seem very approachable. We got to talk to some strangers, and it was so fun. So I think how lively it was something that kind of surprised me in a very good way.
I feel like I can do whatever I want myself, and if I was doing things alone in Boston, I wouldn't feel alone or bored. And I felt the same way about Miami.
One thing that I keep telling everybody is the extreme similarity between Miami and Cancun. I think they look exactly the same, and I was not expecting that. People speak Spanish, they don't speak English. Geographically, the area is a copy of Cancun. It's structured the same way. They both have a beach, they both have more or less the same climate.
And it was also really interesting how I was able to use the fact that I know Spanish there, and it was actually useful. And that was 6 years of studying it felt actually finally I actually did something useful in my life. So that was cool.
I remember the first night we were just at the beach together when it was all dark, and I thought it was just really beautiful.
Favorite memory from the trip, it's hard to choose. It was on the Thursday before we left. It was one of the last day we had the opportunity to be at the beach, and I think we were just all there, and the water was just so calm, and everything was so peaceful, and it was so beautiful, and we swam for a bit, and we were just lying down and chatting, and then I remember we left and we got gelato in the place, and it was very, very yummy.
My favorite memory from there is when we were all having dinner at Chotomate.
For the first time, I went to a fancy restaurant with a fixed menu.
And it was a Japanese Peruvian fusion, and I never thought that was possible, so that was something new to me, and I loved it.
I mean, I don't know, because that was like a very unique experience. I feel like that we're probably not gonna have like for a while, or until at least we make a lot of money getting good jobs.
I have friends back home that I really love, but they're not big foodies, and I do like going out to eat a lot, and they don't really like going out to eat. So it's really, really nice to go out with some people that do like to eat really good food, and we did have some really, really good food.
So that was first time, and that same night I also ate Wagyu for the first time. I also think it's the one single time I spent the most money on a meal.
And I highly recommend just be mindful when you go that it's a fancy restaurant and very crazy, but it's worth it even if you try like only one thing. But it's a good combination that I hadn't thought of before.
What can I say other than it was so yummy? Just that we were all shocked at the price at the end. It was worth it. It was worth it.
It was really beautiful. I got to meet a bunch of really cool people, and it was really fun to be able to see different places within Miami, like from downtown, moving to Little Haiti, moving to South Beach. All of them had really different vibes.
The worst thing? Probably just like having to shower and wash my hair so much. Cause like every time I'd come back like from the beach, I'd have to shower, and then cause I would just get so sweaty the whole day.
I don't know. I think the trip logistics part, just like taking the shuttle, but I think like the airport, then when we had to sleep for a whole night at the airport.
We only had one bathroom, and we were 5 people, and we would get back the same time every day, and so there would be a line for the bathroom.
I don't know, we had so many fun memories. I think, I don't know if I can choose one best part.
I enjoy all of the little nice resting moments at the beach, because the water was very nice and it was just a break and some relaxation from the hectic university life.
My favorite memory from the trip was probably the day we went snorkeling. It was a whole mess.
First of all, we went to this beautiful snorkeling trip to Key Largo.
That was such a fun day. And even though I just like did snorkeling for 15 minutes because then I was not feeling good.
No, the sea was really rough. Barbie and Massimo got stung by jellyfish, and they both puked.
I think that was just like very fun. I still got to see the shipwreck, and we saw like the sea turtles.
For the first time in my life, I saw a dolphin in the wild, so that was also something special. Definitely a cool experience. I got to see a porcupine fish for the first time. It was a shame there were too many jellyfishes, so I completely burned my wrist inside one of the jellyfishes. Since the water was very rough, the sea was very rough, I just ended up throwing up in the water in front of my own face. But I think the fish appreciated it.
But in the end, at the end of the day, we got back on shore, and it was the most beautiful sunset ever, and it was so peaceful. We ate our homemade pasta while watching the sunset together, and I thought that it was a perfect ending to an eventful day.
I had a really good time, and I really enjoyed everything I did there.
I tried going on one of those bus tour things. I never really ever did one because it wasn't really something that I'd ever really thought about, but I tried it and had actually a really good time. And then we went on a cool boat and saw some cool things in Miami. And I got to know the area. And I got to see downtown, which I really enjoyed, so I'm glad I did it.
And yes, I thought it was a really special trip with a bunch of people that I really love, and I think we got many cool memories out of the trip that we get to tell for the rest of our lives.